The Trailblazers focused as they walked into the locker room earlier on. Now it's ended down to David Aldridge standing up.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Jordan is out there with Green. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Out left to the wing. Back to McCollum. And both these teams rely on low post offense doors in a size-on-size matchup. What can make the difference?
Well, smart passing is one of the keys, Kevin. You have to be able to enter the ball into the low post in a way that puts that big in a position to score it. The ball's got to be moving. Can you get it side to side and get the ball inside at the appropriate time?
And the dunk by Powell.
This, to me, is where he can be lethal. In fast break situation, Norman Powell's speed's a problem.
We're about 1 minute into the first, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. Irving kicks to Harden. Powell against Irving.
How about the fast hands and lateral quickness of Norman Powell to get with his man and contest shots? That's good.
The shot's good from Irving.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
To the paint, here's Powell, and it's blocked by Jordan.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
Here's Lillard. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Three-pointer, Lillard. They get it back. Nurkic the pass to Covington. Second chance shot. Nurkic kicks to Covington. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use. And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Then for the Nets, LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Here's Harris. Here's Irving. Pass to Claxton. Back to Irving. Over McCollum. Again, the Nets for 2.
You have to respect the in-between game of Kyrie Irving. Straight up. Yeah, that's how you have to play this guy. You got to play him straight up and be balanced.
To the inside. Here's Kanter. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Irving with the ball. Kanter covering. The kick out to Aldridge. That one's not going to go. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That is his first foul of the game. And Brooklyn making a change here. Griffin's checked in. Down low. Kanter, the pass to Simons. And here is Anthony. Clock at 6. To the middle. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Here's Irving. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
The Nets shooting their first free throw this game.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
The thing that maybe puts me in awe more than any other skill is the way Kyrie Irving can change gears. This guy has a variety of ways to attack and keep defenses off balance.
Now here's McCollum. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Count it.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
The Nets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Irving dishes to Harris. That 3 off the mark. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Ahead, here's McCollum. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Brooklyn shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he knocks down the first one. Good on both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Lobs it up for Cantor, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn.
I want all the bags, I want all the bags.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just cashing in on second-chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second-chance opportunities.
We've got Anthony. Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Jones in at the 3. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
Oh, no defense right there for that shot from Irving. Released so quick, especially off the pass.
And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The Nets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Powell against Irving. Let's go. And it's sent back by Irving.
Boy, Kyrie Irving becoming a better and better defender over time. Nice block right there.
Nurkic with it. He's picked up by Irving. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Oh!
My goodness. Wow, looks like 2017 when DeAndre came home with the dunk contest trophy. Makes it look easy there.
And it's blocked by Brown, and he's able to get it back. Nurkic can't hit.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Blake Griffin. Trailblazers trail by 8. Here's McCollum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Jeff Green picks one up.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
Harris is checked in for the Nets. Nets leading by 6. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A 4th would be inexcusable.
Simons, he's checked in for Lillard. Harris passes to Green. Harden outside. And the jam by Harden.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
McCollum against Brown. Shoots it up. Here's Nurkic. And there's the pass to McCollum. Portland again missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. The Nets working the ball around now. Aldridge. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And now it's a 10-point Brooklyn lead.
Well, this is the court awareness that Joe Harris gives you. He is so skilled at realizing how to give his teammates an open look.
McCollum kicks to Nurkic over Aldridge. The 10-footer. Nurkic can't hit. And here are the Nets. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Harden outside. And he banks in the layup. Harden's got the lead up to 12 now for Brooklyn.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
Nurkic, it's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Aldridge dishes to Harden. Off target from 3-point range.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
59 seconds left in the first half of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Brown. Harden the pass to Irving. Back to Harden. Lets it go from the wing. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Trailblazers trail by 8. Anthony on the wing. There's 37 seconds left here in the second. Cantor kicks to Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Anthony's got 4 this quarter.
You know, that's one thing Melo has always been able to do. Use his strength to overpower you and get the advantage.
Now, here is Harden. Defense right on him. Harris passes to Claxton. Basket is good. He'll get a chance. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in control with a 9-point lead to end the.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 12 points and 1 block. Jack, let's get your take. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And Brooklyn, look at who they've got. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Green. And it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint. And a wide open look for McCollum. He drains the quick shot. McCollum's got 8 points. Nets leading by 9. Harden scanning the floor. Pass to Green. Covington with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Powell kicks to McCollum. Inside, here's Nurkic, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Here's Irving. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
What a huge target in transition Enes Kanter can be. You love when he runs the floor.
Lillard against Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness. Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Powell against Harris. Powell dishes to Cantor. And the shot is good. 6 points for him.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice. Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
And the dunk by Powell.
Woohoo! The leaping ability of Norman Powell. Throw it down, sir.
Harden against McCollum. Harden kicks to Irving. No good on the triple.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
There's 1:54 left to play in the third. Cantor, the pass to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 5 on the clock. Here's Powell. Tips it. Jordan with the rebound. Nets leading by 9. And an intentional foul right there. Harry Giles is checked in for Portland. Then for the Nets, LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Green. And it's Brown in for James Harden. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Drops in the tray. Harris has got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets.
You simply must guard Joe Harris when he's beyond that three-point territory. He will knock down shots if you don't contest. Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Stolen by McCollum. There's a minute left here in the third quarter.
Well, you love to see Norman Powell be unselfish and find an open teammate. That's pretty.
Brown outside. Aldridge against Cantor. Aldridge kicks to Irving. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Irving's got 19 points.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Passes to Powell. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Basket good. Powell's got 6.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop.
Irving looking for an opening. And close. And here's Harris from the arc. And the Nets, another three.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Harris. Irving with a clean look. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Harry Giles is checked in for Kansas. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for Portland, we've got Little. Anthony is out there with Giles, and it's Simons in at the one. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Irving passes to Aldridge. Back to Irving for three. Let's keep it alive. And it's Brown on the follow.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now Irving. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. He kicks it to Aldridge. Shot clock at 6. Snatched away. Nice break. Here come the Trailblazers. Griffin with some nice D.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Harden comes in for Brown. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Back to Harden. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Trailblazers trail by 12. Here's Anthony. Here's Simons. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And so he makes both from the line. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. To the inside. Nurkic with the steal. Here's McCollum. And the lead is down inside single digits.
Really good ball movement there in transition.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Powell against Harden. Irving from long range. Harden dishes to Irving. Count that one. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half.
And we know this. When Kyrie Irving starts to get going on the offensive end, he's really tough to contain. An incredible scorer because you know he can hurt you from any area of the floor.
Simons, the pass to Cannon. Portland moving the ball around. McCollum with the ball. From deep. But they recover it. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. Over Claxton. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Nurkic.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Joe Harris comes in for Blake Griffin. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the final quarter. Harden against Lillard. Stolen by Cantor. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. McCollum with the ball. From outside the arc. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Here's Harden. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Lillard dishes to Cantor. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Why, Enes Kanter's willingness to be the guy to take over in a critical stretch, so impressive.
Harden against Lillard. Harden up top. 6 to shoot. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Lillard with no one around. And it's off from three-point range. Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out. Stolen by McCollum. From deep three-point range, nails the train.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
And here's Harden. From deep. Offline. So it's the Nets picking up the win. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Coming up next. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on quite a few injuries here between the two teams. 5 players out tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Kyrie Irving. Joe Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harden in at the point. And for Los Angeles, we've got Reggie Jackson. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And George kicks to Batum. Back to George. Pulls it from the elbow. The shot's good. Greg, we've got 2 terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
And he makes that one.
He gets to the rim at will. Kyrie, one of the most elusive players you'll ever see.
George looking around, and George with the stuff.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here is Harden. To the paint. It's deflected. Stolen by Zubac. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Jackson finds Zubac. Shoots a fader. A rebound by the Nets. Here is Harden. Here's Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
When DeAndre is going up for the dunk, no one is stopping him. He's one of the most powerful dunkers this game has ever seen.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Now Jackson. Shot clock at 5. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Zubac, the pass to Leonard. Fires from the line. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now here's Harden. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Irving kicks to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Over Jackson. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
George dishes to Leonard. George against Irving. 1:56 left in the first quarter.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's George following the basket by Kyrie Irving. George passes to Leonard. Drops in the layup for 2.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Now here's Batum. No points in the game yet for him. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Puts up a 3. Jordan with the rebound. The Nets with the lead. Irving with a clean look. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
The Nets have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Lets it go from deep. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's George. Great D that time from Irving.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Harris looking it over. Irving finds Jordan. Harden way outside. And the Nets another 3.
I mean, there's just no limit to Harden's range. Even from way downtown, this guy is a threat to score.
What a performance for... And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
They've got Morris. Rajon Rondo is out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Coffey in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Rondo. Coffey was second chance points on the tip in. Coffey's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Clippers. Now here's Harden. Outside Aldridge. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. Rondo kicks to Kennard. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. He was all alone on that one. Morris has got his first bucket in this one.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Harden scanning the floor. Shot from 12. Here's Aldridge. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Aldridge has got the lead up to 9 now for Brooklyn. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside for Rondo. Back to Kennard. Morris right side. Over Claxton. Morris, no good.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now here's Rondo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kennard on the wing. Pass to Oturu. And stolen by Aldridge. Harden outside. And foul on the shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Jackson. And the pass to Oturu. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
George against Harden. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him when we used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Right side Aldridge, outside Griffin. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on James Harden. It's his first trip to the line.
Kawhi Leonard.
And the first one drops.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Now here's Irving, and the shot goes in. Irving's got 11 points.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Jackson from long range for rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. The Nets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. The first free throw is good. And Harris drops them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Outside, George. For the 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And the Nets miss again. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
And the first half is now in the books. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 11 points and 1. And that'll do it for.
And we've got 3rd quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
So it's Brooklyn now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Harris outside. Harden with it. He's got 7. Harris passes to Irving. Lock at 6. It's stolen by Rondo. And the foul on Joe Harris. That's his first foul. Clippers trail by 7. Rondo dishes to Batum. And here's Rondo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Outside Irving. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. In the corner, it's Harris. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. George. Good work defensively by Harden.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Clippers trail by 7. And it's Leonard missing. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break from the wing. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Irving's got 13.
Difficult guarding Kyrie. He's comfortable from any range and willing to take what the defense gives him.
Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Here is Harden after the Clippers pick up 2. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Claxton. And here's Harris from the arc. The shot, no good. Big T that time from Leonard. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. So, for the Clippers, Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. The Nets also changing it up. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Griffin. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. Brooklyn leading by 7. 1:52 left to play in the third. Brown against Kennard. Here's Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 15 points in the game.
Sometimes I think Kyrie likes to get contact, probably because he can still finish through it.
Rondo passes to Oturu. Count it, good. Oturu's got 4 points this quarter.
They might be behind, but you can't blame him. He has been spectacular so far in this one.
Brown kicks to Irving. Back to Brown. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Leonard attacking. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The aggressive approach. Leonard pushing the action, rewarded with the foul call.
And the first one at the line is good. Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Nets. Both shots good from the stripe.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Now here's Irving, guarded closely. That one goes. Count it.
For a guy who is 6'3", Kyrie shows us he has great confidence playing inside.
Rondo dishes to Morris. Buries it from three-point range. Morris has got 5 points so far.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Irving, the open look. And the shot is long. The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And he makes the first.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
And the Clippers making a change here. Coffey's checked in. Here's Irving. 17 points in the game. Aldridge down low. And he finishes nicely on the layup. He's got 7.
That's just the money area for LaMarcus. That's the shot you want your offense to produce.
And it's Green with the jam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Rondo drives in. Here's Oturu. Makes it off the glass.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And we've reached the end of the third. Nets out in front, up by 4. We'll be back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then it's That's a great dunk!
Freakish,
yes,
athletically.
Unbelievable play.
Wow.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Good on the three-point shot.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Jackson against Harden. And it's in there. And the Nets lead by 5.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
George passes to Zubac. Back to George.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. And the Nets making a change here as well. Griffin's checked in for Jeff Green. Harden kicks to Harris. 6 to shoot. Down low. Here's Jordan. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Outside, George. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Harden against Leonard. And the basket by Harden. Harden's got 6 here in this quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Leonard against Harris. Leonard dishes to George. Passes it to Zubac. Back to George. From outside, off the mark.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Irving comes in for Brown. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Irving with it. Leonard picks him up. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And it's a 9-point Nets lead.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
George. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Batum with the steal. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Los Angeles making a switch here. Hondo's checked in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Green's checked in. Rondo looking over the floor. Leonard on the wing. Back to Rondo. Yes, that goes in.
What a display from Rondo, just coming alive when his team needs a bucket.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Outside Irving. Outside Green. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers trail by 5.
Beasting on defense. First, he closes out hard on the shooter, then he attacks the glass. Filthy.
Irving kicks to Green. George against Irving. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here are the Clippers. Outside Leonard. Outside Batum. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Nets working the ball around now. Harden outside. The offensive rebound. Deflects the pass. Rondo with the steal. Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Yes!
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Harden up top. He's covered by Leonard. Irving for three. Sinks the three-pointer.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
George with no one around. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll With DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. Then there's Harris. And it's Irving at the 2. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
To the paint, Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Holiday against Harden. Lets it go with a three. The rebound by the Bucks.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Good on the bucket. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Here's Holiday following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Harden against Holiday. A shot by Jordan, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
That's his first personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Brook Lopez.
First one falls for him.
Nice looking set shot for Lopez. He can stretch the floor just about to the three-point line.
Brook Lopez hits them both.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock him down from the line.
Now, here is Harden. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Irving finds Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Irving doing a nice job there being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
And here's Holiday. Middleton outside. Brooklyn with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the Bucks making a change here. Tucker's checked in. The Nets also changing it up. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green, and it's Brown in for James Harden.
I think he's the most creative finisher in the league. Irvin's so good at finding holes in the defense.
Holiday still looking for his first bucket in this one. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Now here's Irving. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter of the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harris finds Aldridge. And the rejection by Giannis. And the Bucks with some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long. And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Irving looking over the floor. Brown the pass to Irving. It's Aldridge high post. That one doesn't go. The Bucks go the other way with it. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless? It's a foul there. I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
James Harden, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. There's the lob to Brown. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Here's Forbes. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. At the end of one, a closely contested game. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
So for Brooklyn now, Harden out there with Irving. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Brown. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Tucker. Comes up empty down low. From 15 feet away. Pass to Claxton. Irving dishes to Griffin. Stolen by Tucker. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Caruth is checked in for the Bucks. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Chris Middleton. And the Nets also making a change. Jordan's checked in. Here's Irving. Count it from 12. Irving's got his second basket.
You know, Irving is deadly from mid-range and really embraces that shot. He doesn't shy away from it. And I think he can give opponents a lot of problems because of it.
Here is Forbes. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Off target from outside. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
I don't think there's anybody better than Harden at converting through contact. Superb in that area because he's crafty, he's strong, and he's skilled.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Green's checked in. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instinct. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets.
I guess even he is one of those once in a while.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
You know, he attracts a lot of attention, and Lopez making the most of it there to set his teammate up with an open look.
It's Brown on the wing. Now the pass to Harris. Back to Brown. Clock at 6. Left side, Harris fires from 18. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Bucks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Connaughton passes to Giannis. The putback. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And they go to the intentional foul. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Brooklyn. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Harden draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Green draws the double. 5 to shoot. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Here's Aldridge. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And, you know, Aldridge is a load to deal with. When he gets good position, you pretty much have to be physical with it.
And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. 1:57 left to play here in the second quarter. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's foul number 2 for him.
Picking up his second foul here, has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jeff Green. Now here's Giannis. 8 points for him. Trying to get open is Lopez. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got it all tied up now for the Bucks. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Harden. Claxton, rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in. We've got 1:18 left in the second quarter. Here is Harden. He has 5. And this will be his second and third shots to the line here.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line no matter the situation.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Guarded by Harden. Right side, Antetokounmpo. Over Aldridge. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And so Aldridge will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. It's good on the putback. Harden's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
I don't think there's anybody who works harder for his points than Harden does. I mean, if he has to attack the glass to get him, he'll do that too.
DiVincenzo with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 5 to shoot. Inside. Here's Antetokounmpo.
When Aldridge is in the neighborhood, you've got to be careful shooting it. I mean, proving there that he's capable of blocking shots.
Irving passes to Claxton. Aldridge kicks to Irving. From 11 feet away. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Boy, a fantastic job by Aldridge to lay into that defender on the screen.
2 on the clock. And that one is stuffed right through.
Man, what a special player Antetokounmpo is, sharing the sugar there. The vision he showed, nice job finding the open man.
And some good act. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Jump. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They kept at it on both ends of the floor. And
as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Bucks, Chris Middleton is out there with Antetokounmpo, and then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
The Bucks shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Now, here is Harden. Moves back up. The kick out to Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Irving's got 9 points.
As dead-eye and outside shooter that we have in the league, Irving has the ability to scorch you from there.
Outside, out of Antetokounmpo. He can't get that one to fall. Jordan with some nice D. Here's Irving. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Boy, good luck trying to keep Irving down. I mean, he's more than happy to take the contact and finish right through it.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. 8 feet away, and he could not get that one to go. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Middleton outside. To end the run, and it's good on the way in.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
On the wing, Giannis. Count the basket. Giannis has got 12 points in the game.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Harden scanning the floor. And the jam by Harden.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Nets leading by 8.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Now here's Giannis. 12 points for him from 11 feet away. Griffin with some nice D.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
And, you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Kept alive.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Brown trying to free himself up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now a 12-point Brooklyn lead.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides. You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Oh, Griffin in position.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Giannis inside. Griffin's there. And Giannis gets it to go.
He does not lack for confidence. And he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
It's Harden with the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. Harden's got 6 points in the quarter.
Superb body control from Harden. When he's driving inside the defense, doesn't really have much they can do to stop him.
And so it's Brooklyn enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Joe Harris. Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Claxton in at the power forward. And Milwaukee has possession. Following the bucket by the Nets. It's deflected. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Holiday. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Shoots. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Aggressive in deep. Once Harden gets to a spot he likes, he goes right to work.
Harden against Holiday. Three-pointer. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Nets leading by 14. Harden outside. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. To the inside. Holiday rejected by Harris. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Stolen away. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And that's an intentional foul. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. To the middle. Tries to save it.
Active hands prevented an easy bucket that time.
And they're running. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. In transition, here come the Nets. Harris with the ball. Good. And the Nets lead by 16. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
Now here's Jordan following the shot by Drew Holiday. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul. Free throw good, Jordan.
You know, at this stage of his career, Jordan not only knows his role, but thoroughly and fully embraces it. He's out there to provide energy and hustle on defense and on the glass.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Rodion's Kurucs. Here is Forbes. Lopez right side. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Jordan is such a defensive presence. Really key that he stays engaged at that end of the floor.
For 3, Harris. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday. Bucks trail by 18. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And some changes here for the Bucks. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. And the Nets making a change here as well. Green's checked in. Now Holiday following the 3-point attempt by Kyrie Irving.
Boy, Tucker ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Holiday with it, picked up by Harris. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Jordan. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And the Nets miss again. Bucks trail by 16. Pulls up. Rebound by Jeff Green. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Brooklyn.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for James Harden.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Quick shot there, and it's off target. Now the Bucks moving it up. Forbes the pass to Portis. Count that bucket.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
Outside Irving. The three. He's off on that one. The Bucks go the other way with it. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Portis kicks it to Tucker. Bucks passing it around. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Here's Perry. Pass to Luwawu. Lets it fly from 18. It falls.
They just blocked.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for the Nets, Green is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. Lillard misses. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And the dunk by Covington.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, and McCollum will find you.
Lillard against Harden. On the wing, Irving. Harris outside. Jordan against Nurkic. Out to Harris. Clock at 4. Rebound by Nurkic. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Now, here is Harden. Jordan up top. Harris passes to Jordan. And the layup's good off the glass.
And the shooting percentage Jordan records from here is insane. If you get him the ball in a good spot, he usually finishes.
Here's Lillard from deep three-point range. Jordan with the rebound. Here's Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Irving's got his second bucket.
I admire the confidence of Irving, always on the attack, superb at penetrating towards the rim.
Harden against Lillard. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
All the officials are all over that one.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
You know, there's one award that Harden has won. I think we can pretty much say for sure he'll never win again. And that's 6th man of the year. It's hard to believe there was ever a time this man wasn't a starter.
LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Down low, and Harden with the stuff.
This is what a leader does. Irving, good at sharing the wealth and getting his teammates going.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Lillard, and he lays it straight in. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you join the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star
No
last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
It's good. Irving's got 6.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Nets leading by 4. Here's Brown. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Now McCollum. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Passes it to Cantor. score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Cantor's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
Now, here is Irving. He's covered closely. Outside Aldridge. Fires the 3. And Jones pulls it down. Trailblazers trail by 4. Cantor, the pass to Jones. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Irving. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 8.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Simons surveying the D. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
It's stolen by Jones. That one doesn't drop. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
They've got Griffin. Kyrie Irving is out there with Brown. Then there's Harris. And it's Claxton in at center. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip in.
Anthony in the corner. Pass to Simons. Banked in off the glass. Simons has got his second bucket of the game to go.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And so Griffin will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets.
Well, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. Still young, though. It seems like he can carve a rollout on his team.
And here's Nurkic. Pass to Simons. Back to Nurkic. Over Claxton. And that one hits back iron.
And Simons a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Green comes in for Joe Harris. And it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic. But hey, bro, he has some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Giles comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. Anthony against Green. Anthony dishes to Cantor. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Well, it's important for Cantor to be effective in the pick and roll. I mean, it makes their offense much more complete.
Lillard against Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Lillard left side. And then Lillard slams it in.
And once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
It's Harden with the drive. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
They've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Lillard against Harden. Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Damian Lillard.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring in basketball.
Here is Harden. 10 points for him. And he elevates, and then the slam. Cantor did not like that.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Lillard attacking. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for the Nets. And Portland with a change here, too. Robert Covington's checked in for Harry Giles.
Hard to believe Lillard missed out on a couple of All-Star selections. I mean, the seasons where he averaged over 25 points a game.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Powell. Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard surveying the D. Portland no good that time either.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
A ferocious player on the offensive end. Harden is fantastic at staying aggressive, actively looking for a shot.
Here's Lillard. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Lillard attacking. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Nets leading by 6. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
The bearded one cannot be intimidated. No matter how much contact Harden takes, he'll still find a way to finish.
Here's Lillard, and the layup falls. Lillard's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Harden with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Nurkic with the block.
His coaches and teammates like this type of energy. Nurkic demonstrating that he could be an anchor on the defense. Great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
The Nets shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Lillard outside. Now the feed to Covington. Good if it goes.
And Harden showing great strides.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Nets lead by...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 19 points and 1. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. We've got Yusuf Nurkic. Robert Covington out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Here's Anthony. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. No good on the shot. Good D by Jordan. And now we've got the intentional foul. And the Nets with possession here. 6-point lead. Irving against McCollum. Irving kicks to Green. Outside Jordan. Nets passing it around. Harden can't hit. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
The kick out to Irving. Off target with his three.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be getting.
And an intentional foul right there. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. Here's Simons. Inside, Covington, and it's blocked.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out. They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
Harden, that's good. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
The pass to Claxton. Back to Harden. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
To the inside. Here's McCollum. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And the Nets making a change here. Brown's checked in. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Little comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Brown. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Brown's got 8.
Oh, look, and the D will give it to you. That's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Drains the three-pointer.
Lillard's so focused, even from way outside. He knows he can still make these shots.
That's tipped. Powell with the steal. And they go to the intentional foul. And the Nets making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. Harry Giles is checked in for Portland. 1:46 left in the third quarter of the game. Lillard outside. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
Lillard is as tough as there is to contain in the pick and roll. He does a nice job of using the screen to get a little bit of separation.
Brown drives in. Out to Harris. Three-pointer. Doesn't go for him.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Lillard, right side. No good. That would have tied it. Nets leading by 3. Out to Harris. Outside Griffin. Here's Aldridge. And foul on. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And Harden with the stuff.
And when Harden sees a clear lane to the hoop, just move out the way. He jumps on it. So relentless in how he exploits open space.
Lillard attacking. Here's Cantor. The rebound by Harden.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard. From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Here's Lillard. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
Brooklyn shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Harden hits them both.
Well, his free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even the slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving, then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now a timeout called by Portland. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to lose.
It's a solid blueprint. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Green. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Giles checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Powell. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Three-pointer, Lillard connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 27 points.
And it's looking like he got his long-range touchback after the break. I mean, that's his second 3 of the half after none in the first.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Free throw good, James Harden. And both free throws good for James Harden. Trailblazers trail by 10. Lillard outside. From deep. James Harden with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And they'll keep possession. Here's Aldridge. And the layup's good off the glass. Aldridge has got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Lillard. Passes it to Giles. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Harden outside. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And Harden with the stuff.
Ooh, Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
Yeah, they're going for the throat. And the basket by Lillard.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
Lillard against Harden. Harris outside. There's the lob to Aldridge. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Irving attacking. Good D by McCollum.
He's not an easy man to stop, but he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
And Lillard gets it to go.
I love how Lillard takes the initiative on offense. I mean, he's a creative and talented guard who's been absolutely on fire.
2 minutes.
And the jam by Harden.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Lillard attacking, and he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 18 points now here in the second half.
The D has got to do a better job clogging up routes to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to driving the shot.
Harden with it, and there's the defensive 3-second call. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Now, the learning curve for point guards in the NBA can be pretty steep, but Irving was a quick study. It didn't take him long to become an elite player.
Green, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Portland with a change here, too. Norman Powell's checked in for Giants. It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
And that's his M.O. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
It's tipped. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
But look at how quickly Lillard leaps out in transition. He wants to run down the throat of the D, burn him in the open floor.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Nets.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
Oh, man, anticipation, instincts, energy, all his tools were on display tonight as he lit the place up.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart. But that's what they're looking for. They need him to take on a bigger role this game.
Harden against Lillard. Harden the pass to Green. Kicks it out to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. And the jam by Harden.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
Now here is Harris. Pass to Harden. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And Harden loves getting contact on his shots, showing off his true muscle and level of concentration.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up. Check out the injury report. 5 players unavailable tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. And for Brooklyn, they've got Joe Harris. Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Green, and it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. Now here's Harden. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher. It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Here is Harden, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Harden surveying the D. Irving passes to Harden. 5 to shoot. Harris inside the line. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Here is Harden, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Harden left side. And it's good for 2.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. High post, Zubac. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
Harris outside. Launches a 3, and the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
Yeah, easy call for the officials. Sometimes I think you can reach over without making contact, but that was not one of those times.
George passes to Batum. Back to George. Over Harden. That one wide left.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
And there it is for him.
You simply cannot give Kyrie Irving room to run in the open floor. This guy is a phenomenal transition player.
Now, here is George. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Harris against Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Zubac has got his second basket of the game.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
Harden has a wide open look. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. The Nets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. They now take the lead.
You simply must guard Joe Harris when he's beyond that three-point territory. He will knock down shots if you don't contest.
Now, here is George. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And the 3 off target. The Nets with the lead. Irving with a clean look and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Harden dishes to Harris. Harden against Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
So for the Nets, LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Brown in for Harris. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for James Harden. Leonard on the wing.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Morris. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Rondo.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
Irving looking over the floor. Morris with the block. Nobody near Leonard. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So at the end of getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Here are the five the Clippers have to start the second. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Patrick Patterson. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the 2 guard.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of. And then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Now here's Rondo. Here's Oturu. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Pass to Claxton. Patterson bringing the double. Claxton the pass to Griffin. Irving from long range. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Now, they like to fly in at the last moment rather than establish position early.
Harris is checked in for the Nets. Rondo with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. The 3. Rondo can't get it to go. Brooklyn trailing. Irving drives in. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Oh, Kyrie dazzling on the drive. One of the best in the league at that.
Irving against Rondo. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Well, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. And here's Rondo. After the basket by Brooklyn. Pass to Morris. Over Harris. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got his first 2 points.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris, adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
Irving drives in. The wide open look here for Aldridge. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Nets lead by 1. You talked about a back and forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here is Irving. 6 points for him. Griffin kicks to Irving. Goes up on the wing. Offensive rebound, and Crippen stays with it.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. Morris looking over the floor. From the arc. But he stays with it. The pass to Mann. Right wing. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. To the paint. Another shot. Oturu. 4 on the shot clock. Launches it. Mann can't hit. The Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Oh, Griffin in position. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Passes it to Mann. To the middle. In the corner, it's Morris. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And here is Irving. Feeds to Aldridge. Morris with the rebound. And here they come. Launches the 3. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers. It'll count. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And that'll do it for the first.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to. Thanks for joining.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Here's Jackson. We've got Harden. Jordan is out there with Green. Then there's Harris. And it's Irving at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Offensive rebound. Outside for Batum. The good-looking shot from the wing. Batum's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Clippers.
You know, he could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
Harden against Leonard. Harris outside. Shot clock at 5. Jordan trying to free himself up. Harris misses. Clippers leading by 6. Now here's Green. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Here's Leonard after Jeff Green's bucket. And the layup is good. Leonard's got the lead back up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Harden outside. He feeds it to Jordan. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And Brooklyn making a change here. Claxton's checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
From deep, George. The three-pointer is right on target. And the Clippers lead by 9. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Here's George. James Harden picking up that last basket. Zubac finds Batum. got a piece of it. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Bruce Brown is checked in for the Nets. Nets trail by 7. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here is Harden. He has 6. And Harden with the stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. There's a minute 47 left in the third. And Jordan sends it back.
DJ twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here.
Harden against Rondo. And the basket by Harden.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Outside Leonard. Pass to Oturu. Back to Leonard. And stolen by Jordan. Brown down low. He's covered by Rondo. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Jordan.
And I like that they're not settling, getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Here's Rondo, and no good that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Al Harden, he's got 10. For the tie, Reggie Jackson with the rebound. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game. 6 seconds left to play here in the third. Jackson passes to Morris. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morris has got 5 points so far. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Ivica Zubac is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And there's Jackson. And it's Morris in at the small forward position. Harden finds Aldridge.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Kennard, the pass to Zubac. Back to Kennard. Fires, high post. It's not going to go for him. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Here's Harden. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
Outside Jackson. Over in the corner, Zubac. Jackson looking around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He kicks it to Patterson. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Jackson against Harden. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Clippers leading by 4. Poked away, and Harden comes to help. Zubac, the pass to Patterson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. To the inside. Here's Zubac. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content. It's going to be on James Harden. The free throw drops for Zubac. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jeff Green is checked in for Aldridge. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. And then for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Patterson. And Georgia subbed in for Luke Kennard.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
George against Harden. From 11 feet away, and it's George missing.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Jordan, he's checked in for Blake Griffin. Jordan inside. Rebound by the Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Rondo finds George. Shoots from the elbow. That one off the back iron and out. Nets trail by 3. Here's Irving. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Guys, it doesn't get much bigger than that. Irving coming up huge right there with the bucket.
George with the ball. It counts, and the foul. It's going to be on James Harden. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
How about the dribble drive ability of Paul George, the quick handles for a guy his size.
1:32 left in the fourth quarter. Harden, that's good.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Rondo on top. He's covered by Irving. Rondo dishes to George. Shot from 12. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Paul George loves delivering when the game is on the line at his absolute best.
Harden against Leonard. Harden left side. Shoots over Leonard. Another miss by Harden. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. 4-point game. Morris passes to Oturu. And here's Rondo. The dish to Morris. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That is his first foul of the game. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rondo against Irving. with the shot. A shot by Batum, no good. The Nets on offense. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Harden. Inside. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And George kicks to Rondo. Back to George. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
I don't know if it's underplayed, but there's an all-around aspect to what Paul George does on a night-by-night basis. This guy is an elite two-way player. You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team...
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives. It's the NBA on 2. And a few players on the shelf, but the big absence is someone this team is going to be missing tonight. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center. And for the Nets, we've got Irving. Jordan is out there with Green. Then there's Harris. And it's Harden in at point guard. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Harden's shot is good. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Back to Giannis, 4 on the clock. Jordan with the rebound.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Irving kicks to Harden. Tries it from 19, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Man, the confidence Irving has is something I really appreciate. I mean, he's ready to shoot it as soon as he gets it and not afraid of any kind of shot.
Now here's Giannis, and the basket is good.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right, got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. Holiday against Jordan. Here's Giannis. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday.
Just off the charts, incredible athleticism from Antetokounmpo. Fending off contact like a real pro.
Now here's Irving. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul. Off the inbound. And there's the nice layup by Irving. Irving's got his second basket.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Harden surveying the D. And the jam by Harden.
Yeah, that barrel-chestedness of Harden, so much strength and body control. It's hard to stop him from scoring.
And Holiday has it in the corner. A miss that time would have put him up. The Nets with the lead. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Back to Irving. 1:58 left to play here in the first. That one goes in. Irving's got 6.
Outstanding body control there by Kyrie. I mean, he continues to score on tough defense, and it never fails to amaze me how he's able to do that so often.
Now here's Lopez. Pass to DiVincenzo. On the wing, Giannis. Here's the teardrop.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball, giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
So for the Nets, LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Brown in for James Harden. And then for Milwaukee, P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Irving after Drew Holiday's score. 1:06 left in the first. Here's Irving. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game, and it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Back to Harris. Harris draws the double. The wide open look here for Aldridge. Rebounded by the Bucks.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
The putback. It's hauled in by Claxton. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Aldridge left side. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for
Venom.
And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Definitely the game has slowed down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
They've got Harris on out there with Irving. Then there's Griffin, and it's Aldridge in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nets making a change here. Harden's checked in. Harris looking it over. And the Nets, another 3.
You know, knocking down the 3 guys, that's one of the premier three-point gunners in the NBA, Joe Harris.
Forbes, the pass to Tucker. Back to Forbes. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Middleton can't get it to go. Brooklyn leading by 7. In transition, here come the Nets. Elbow shot. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee. No good from Connaughton. Here's Harden on the wing. The dish to Aldridge. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Makes it off the glass. Aldridge has got his first basket.
Boy, this is as skilled an inside scorer as you're going to see, folks. I mean, Aldridge has a lot of post moves.
Outside Griffin. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
But when you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Tucker can't get it to go.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Green in for Joe Harris. The Bucks also changing it up. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Chris Middleton. Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Holiday comes in for Bryn Forbes. Harden the pass to Jordan. The kick out to Brown. 5 on the clock from deep Harden. That shot off. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Here's Giannis. Chalk up 2 there. And it's 8 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Here is Harden. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Oh, Griffin in position. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Boy, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
Holiday with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Holiday dishes.
Are you kidding me? And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Irving comes in for Blake Griffin.
And though he's still young, Giannis Antetokounmpo is already elite. I mean, his athleticism and length, really hard to contain.
Here's Harden. Milwaukee with the rebound. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation. That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Harden with it. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first half. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. 41 seconds left in the first half. Outside Jordan, 6 to shoot. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. 23 seconds left now here in the second. And Jordan sends it back. They retain possession. Stolen by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Irving kicks to Harden. That shot, no good. That will count. That one, no good. So that'll be it. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 8 points and 1 rebound. And that does it for our...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. Now here's Giannis. Just 5 to shoot. He dishes it to Holiday for the tie. Doesn't go that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead early. And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player, and I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
Holiday against Harris. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. A three-pointer, no good. Nets leading by 5. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. Harden gets the bucket.
And, you know, sometimes you feel like every single jumper Harden takes is going in, especially from that in-between area.
Here's Giannis. He's got 16. Stolen by Harden. Here we go, one-on-one. And a wide-open look for Irving. The rebound by Middleton. Bucks trail by 7. Here's Antetokounmpo. Bucket is good. Antetokounmpo's got 18 points.
When Antetokounmpo is driving, he's locked in on finishing no matter what the defense hits him with.
Holiday against Harden. The pass to Green. Yep, that one goes in there.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 18.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
And he comes up with the deuce. And it's a 9-point Nets lead.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar. Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Harris with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
And it's Giannis missing. The Nets on offense. Big stretch here going 10-2. Here's Irving. Harris passes to Jordan. Green kicks to Harden. Irving from long range. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 11. And the dunk by Lopez.
Boy, I love the unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open Antetokounmpo, make sure you get the ball.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. And a new group in for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Releases from 15. They get it again. Bucks trail by 11.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Claxton, and he converts the layup.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Milwaukee's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Here's Forbes. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Nets on offense. They're on a 14-4 run. Brown, that drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. And the Nets lead by 15. 34 seconds left in the third.
A deceptive guard. Holiday draws fouls by keeping his defenders always on their heels over the course of the game.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Brooklyn leading by 13. Outside Irving. There's the lob to Aldridge. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Irving drives in. It's deflected. Here's Tucker. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets looking at a third. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Kyrie Irving is out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Claxton in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Nets leading by 13. Here's Irving. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Now the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence. And I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Green, he's checked in for Aldridge. Harris comes in for Blake Griffin. And James Harden subbed in for Brown. Milwaukee also making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton comes in for Drew Holiday. And Giannis is subbed in for Bryn Forbes. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
Now here's Irving. Lots of room. Rebounded by the Bucks. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Forbes checked in. Antetokounmpo against Harden. Giannis passes to Portis. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And a miss there on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Harden with the stuff.
Irving doing a nice job there being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And Giannis throws it down.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Harden. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
He's so good at making the defense feel and look helpless. Even when they're right on it, Harden finds a way to make defenders look silly at times.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. Lopez finds Middleton. Forbes can't get it to go.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
Yeah, and right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Antetokounmpo's got 6 in the quarter.
Hey, you know, in the age of analytics, there's a ton of talk about player efficiency these days, and as we can see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight, his efficiency, extraordinary.
On the wing, Harris. Pass to Green. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And a deep three from Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
And here's Harden. Over in the corner, Green. Good on the triple. And the Nets lead by 14.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Nets.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Holiday against Harden. Right side, Green. Shoots from 12. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.